I am live. Can you guys hear me? This is the first thing we have to sort out. Oh, I gotta bring my mic over here. Can you guys hear me? I am live. Oh, I'm getting that stupid sound again. This is the first thing we have to sort out. Oh, I gotta bring my mic over here. Can you guys hear me? Okay, so my echo. I don't know why I'm having an echo. Okay, so... Oh, I'm getting that stupid sound again. This is the first thing we have to sort out. Oh, I gotta bring my mic over here. Can you guys hear me? Okay, so my echo. I don't know why I'm having an echo. Okay, so... Let's mute that real quick. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take... We'll change it. Take. Now can you hear me? Is it better? I gotta get that echo to go. Take. Now can you hear me? Is it better? Yes. I gotta get that echo to go. Alright, cool. Good morning, guys. Thank you for your help. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I got some good rest last night finally. I was traveling to Puerto Rico, taking a look down there at the crypto scene and looking at moving there. So my flight was pushed back 5 times and then canceled and then rebooked and then that canceled and then I got moved to a different city that's near me. And then that got pushed back 2.5 hours. So I spent about 18 hours in an airport yesterday. So that was fun. Got home way past 1 a.m. And but now I'm here. I'm ready to go. So we're gonna take a look at the markets. We have 18 people in here right now. I'll just give it a couple more minutes while get your coin requests in also on the chat. I want to see your coin requests. Just give it a couple more minutes. So far, so far I have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ripple, Icon, Neo, Tron, VeChain, Stellar Lumens, Verge, ZRX, EOS, Cardano. Hello from South Africa. Zcash near the front. Well, Zcash is in line because I got other requests here. Not just on here, but in purpose or in messages. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Zcash is 15th. You need some positive news? I have a lot of positive news for you. Syscoin? Yeah, I can look at Sys. Strat. Cash. And Civic. I have ADA and Verge on here. OCN. They hired David Gokhshtein to be an advisor. Oh my god, what a shitcoin now. Can't do that. Okay, I have Van ICX, TRX. I'll do Lend and ENJ. DBC. DBC's fucking looking good. ONT. Goodness gracious. Yeah, Arlton, Jevin, you say WCT. I assume you mean WTC, so I'll put WTC on the board here. Arlton, you say you're from South Africa, huh? one of my closest friends, his wife is from South Africa. She was in, was it Cape Town, I think? Not sure. Yeah, guys. Welcome. Yeah, I got Stratton Civic Waves. Okay, Waves is looking pretty good. I actually saw something on Waves this morning that I really liked. Oh, you're in Cape Town? Nice. You pronounced my name right. Awesome. I was hoping I was pronounced that right. I probably Jevin Tan Jin Yi or E. Y is E, right? It's not Yi. I don't know, but yeah, welcome guys. Glad to have people from all over the world here. That's awesome. So I imagine it's probably pretty late where you guys are. Well, I guess not. I mean, what is it? 4 in London right now? 4 p.m. or 1600. But yeah, it was a bloody night in the markets. It was. It's been bloody recently. I'm really not concerned. Like I'm not. I mean, just so you guys know, I have stake in the game too. I have a good amount of stake in the game. And I feel it just like you guys feel it. But I probably not actually. I've seen a lot of these bloody moments and stuff, but I've never been more fundamentally bullish. And my trip to Puerto Rico and the people I got to talk to, and just hear about this industry and how it's booming. Altcoin Daddy, you're on the west side, huh? Nice, brother. What are you, Westlake, Rocky River? But the people I got to talk to and rub elbows with, and just I mean, the people down in Puerto Rico who are in the crypto industry, just so you guys know, um, they're typically very successful people in this industry, or power players. I don't know how you want to say it, but and it's because of the Act 20, Act 22 tax um, breaks down there. So if you're a trader and you apply for Act 22, you get 0% capital gains tax on your trading. And then if you're Act 20 and you have a blockchain business and you bring it down there, it's 4% corporate tax rate. So it's like 10 times savings on your taxes versus if you're trading in short-term capital gains in certain places. It's just like there's like almost no taxes. So the people that do move down there, typically it's because they need a lot of tax breaks because they've been successful. And so it's a lot of times it's like you're meeting the people in the blockchain businesses themselves, or people who've been in crypto for a long time, and that's why they needed tax breaks because they probably threw $1,000 in back in the day and then started trading with it, and over time it's like exploded. So it's a crazy crypto scene down there. I didn't even get to see half of it, but I did get to meet some awesome people and just kind of hear about what they're hearing down there. And there's a lot of these people have really really good inside connections in this industry, and I imagine that it would have been even like way if Consensus Conference wasn't going on. I imagine it would have been way crazier down there, like the crypto scene. But a ton of people were gone in New York for Consensus. So um, don't get freaked out right now, guys. As fast as these things can go down, and it seems like they're taking forever to go down, they can make that ground back up really quickly. So don't freak out, don't panic. Stick to your risk management, and remember the reason why you're in here in this space in the first place. Yeah, it's probably to make a lot of money, but fundamentally, at least for me, what I believe in regarding the future of this space and the reason that cryptos are big in general and Bitcoin is big in general, that's not going away. And you're seeing a lot of the institutional money build bridges to get over, get here and be able to do crypto. So buy Bitcoin, and like the over-the-counter demand is off the chains right now. So if you just want to do like peer-to-peer and not do it on an exchange, like buy a lot of Bitcoin, the demand from what I hear is like insane right now. So that's not going to necessarily show up in the price on a chart, but it would make sense that power players would want to get into this space over the counter before they start pumping it on the charts. I mean, that's obvious, right? So we're going to get to some coins. Avon, yeah, it didn't quite hit 7,800. We'll go over it. I'm not saying it still won't. But I don't know. It's still, these things take time. It doesn't just go straight down or straight up. So the only thing that goes straight up or straight down is either your panic or your excitement when a chart goes against you. And that will make you believe that it's going to go straight up or straight down. The market's always balanced. Market's always moving waves. So don't freak out. Like, just stay patient. Trust me, I've seen 10 times worse things than this. Avon, I imagine you mean Aeon. Aeon? Poe? No, it didn't hit. Quite. It was missed it by a little over $100, I believe. Yeah, we can look at Lux. HKN on KuCoin. I can probably guess what that chart's going to look like. San Fran. What's up, Bay Area? My pants go straight down. Very nice. All right, we got 31 people in here. Let's get to work. Whoopsie daisy. Let's go to Bitcoin. I want to make sure you guys can, yeah, you can see my screen. Track. Oh, you mean you're in Avon. But okay, but I still had to see Aeon. So, okay, you guys can see my screen. Everybody can hear me. Everything's good. I have ZRX on here. I'm not going to be I typically, guys, when I get deep into the charts and get focused, I don't see the chat as much. So, if there's something pertinent, I'm sorry. Maybe Michael Canaves can text me or something. I don't know. So let's get a look at what's going on. We'll look at Bitfinex because it's one of the highest Bitcoin exchanges. I want to take it out to the weekly. Take it out to the weekly here, okay? So, with fibs on current moves, Fibonacci, okay? Just to let you guys know, I'm a Fibonacci moving average trader. I'm what I like to call self-made up energy trader. I understand that the market does this, and I understand that because it did that, it needs to do this, right? And it can do a lower high and go down. I understand that even if it does this, it's going to do this, right? And so I try to use key levels to find out after a move where the next move is going to be. And if it lines up with my risk management, if it lines up with the risk reward on the chart, and it looks like at key levels it can be a good bounce spot or an entry spot, that's where I take the trade at. So I don't buy the big green candles. I typically buy the big red ones in certain spots. So it's been good to me. This month has been rough on everybody. We've had successful trades. We've had some that weren't quite. But if your risk management is on point, you should be fine. So, and you have to manage your trades actively. You can't just buy and buy it at a certain point and then push and sell at a certain point and walk away. You know, chances are you might need to mess with that trade a little bit. Okay, so here we go. We're on the weekly, right? The weekly moving averages are still aligned. I use the 20 EMA. It's adjusted for volatility, so I'm looking for short-term, a moving average that respects that there's short-term volatility in this space, and the 20 EMA does it perfectly. 50 simple moving average and 200 simple moving averages, so I have a short-term, a medium-term, and a long-term moving average on my chart. And then I use Fibonacci. I want to gauge the current move. I want to do a Fibonacci retracement of the current move. So I'm going to go from the late March lows to the recent highs, April 30th. And typically your 0.5, I'm sorry, that's not what I was fibbing. I was fibbing from the lows to the swing highs. There we go. Very nice. Yeah. No, I wasn't. Shit, what was I doing? I was on the day chart, and I'm on the weekly like a pleb. Yeah, this must have been it. Okay. Yes, because 618. All right, I'm sorry. Now we're good. I was right the first time. This is what I was looking at. But it was on the day chart. That's why I'm not seeing it here on the weekly chart. So price is falling through the 20 EMA, right? You typically want to see it stay on the 20 EMA and continue riding it up, just like it did the entire last bull trend. Look at that. This pink line is the 20 EMA, exponential moving average, and price respected it. So once it finally gets on top of, price finally gets on top of it, you know, and 20 is above the 50 and both are above the 200, you expect the move to continue, and it didn't. That's fine. We got a close above and then a confirmed close above, and we're thinking, ooh, we're going higher, but then you look on the daily and there was a bear div and all this jazz. But we look to buy pullbacks now. We understand it was coming down, and we look to buy pullbacks. Well, conveniently, we have the 50 moving average coming up, which currently is around 7,500, but it moves as time goes on. And then we have the 618 fib here, right under 7,800. So if I was going to go down to the daily here, I was looking from this low to this high to catch it at this 618 because I understand that the weekly 50 moving average is right below that, and maybe it could wick below, like do this, and then close back above and continue on. With 0.5 fib retracements, like right here is the line in the sand, this 0.5 fib of the current move, to still be bullish and still think, yeah, we're going to continue on and continue bullish. Anything past the 0.5 is where it starts to get messy. You'd expect like a deeper retracement. So for this one, I'm expecting it to bounce on the 618, 7,800 area, 7,770. And here's why. If put on the Ichimoku cloud, you know, it did fall through the flattened Kijun. And if we look on the weekly, it's underneath the Tenkan and the Kijun, but the Kijun is flattened, right? And I'm thinking that if we can get a 618 bounce, we might be able to get a bounce back to the Kijun, or at least 618s go to 382. So you're looking on high leverage, 7,800 to 8,600-ish. But you have to expect a bounce somewhere around there. If we take off the Ichimoku, the next spot after 7760 would be this like 7,500 area, and that would be right around the weekly 50 moving average for a bounce. And then after that would be like 7,200, 7,161, 7,200 to 786. So it's a little messy, guys, but look, here's the problem. It's falling through the moving averages. If you're looking for bounce spots, you have to find key levels that for it to bounce at. And all you see on the day chart right now is, oh shit, it fell through the 50-day moving average. The 20 EMA is pointing down. Where's the next spot where we would buy? And it's not just as simple as, unless you want to be super patient, it's not just as simple as doing this and catching on the trend line. Is that a possibility? Absolutely. So if I do a move here from the lows to the swing lows to the swing highs, from the drop from all-time highs, yeah, you could probably catch it near the 786 fib, $7,200 right on this trend line and try to bounce it there. I'm trying to get a move a little bit closer than that, okay? So I'm looking at the current move, draw that fib again, and I'm looking to get it around 7,800, the 618, which it also could wick down to that 7,500, but I'm thinking 618 to 382 here, okay? So, and I told you guys, I'm in the private group, I'm looking for probably a sure bet to maybe 8,400, maybe not quite to 86, because I'm expecting that the daily 20 EMA will be a little bit lower than the 382 when it bounces back up. But if we look at the volume, this is declining bearish volume. I mean, you can just see it even from up here. It's declining bearish volume. Volume is getting smaller as we go on. And if we zoom out and we go to the weekly, it's the same thing. Volume is getting lower. And why is that? Well, as trends get extended, and this one isn't even necessarily extended, because if you ask me, I'd say we need to hold this 200 moving average around 2,500 for it, unless we want to go straight full-on bear market. And do I think it's going down there? I really don't. Like I don't. But if it does, we'll adjust accordingly. Um, but if you go back on the daily, the bears can only sell for so long. We had this big green candle. It's still the highest one that we've had on the swing, the bounce from the 6,000 area. But that was a while ago. But if I draw this line and I show you the volume is declining, well, we've got to get a significant bounce somewhere. And today is Friday. We still have the rest of the day, Saturday and Sunday, before the weekly closes. We could still get a bounce off of, the weekly 50s. It's 7,600. Excuse me. It's even better. No, it's 75.13. Yeah, 75.13. Says it right there. We could still get a bounce off there, and then by Sunday have bounced much higher. So on these macro trends, these things can get a little crazy with kind of their bounces and how they plays, and even crazier when you zoom in to say a 4-hour chart and you see this right here and you're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. This is too much noise right now. But if I look on the 4-hour chart, this could be a potential falling wedge right down to our 7,800 to it completing right around 7,500, right? I'm still expecting the 618 to hold for a bounce, at least to 8,200 for goodness sake. And the 50 MA is around 8,500 right now. You could probably meet that around 83 to 8,400 on a quick bounce. Because when they bounce quickly. But yeah, we have a falling wedge. And here's the other thing I pointed out yesterday, maybe a couple days ago. So look at this blue line here, right? Price is falling, but your RSI is rising. So what does that tell you? It tells you that the bear trend is losing steam. It's weakening. Again, this is only the 4-hour, and it's the same on the 6-hour. It is not the same on the day. Daily is a lower low on the oscillator with a lower low in the price. But the daily is kind of falling into that same falling wedge that we're talking about. Look up there and look down there. So there's confluence there. And all you guys have to understand here, okay? Like looking at it on the daily, or even on, we'll look at it on the daily. It got denied at the 200 moving average on the first try. Like this is a localized first try. Yeah, it was 10 days away from each other when it tried it. That's to be expected. You get like a midterm or short-term double top. But it was denied on the first try. Like what? And that's a localized first try again. Like what do you expect? If we try to do some pattern recognition, we can do this here. Like we're still pretty much just within a gigantic consolidation pattern. And as this continues on, if it decides to continue on and we don't get a significant breakout beforehand, price will start getting tighter. And we've pointed this out before. This could take us through the end of the year if it wanted to. And if price wants to get that psycho sideways, like right here, through here, and Bitcoin's barely moving, alts can do their thing, to be honest with you. So, speaking of alts, so I'm still looking at like right around 7,800 to like 82 to 8,400 bounce play, and then we'll see from there. You could at least exit the original position, let the rest ride. If you're on leverage, maybe not so much. But if we look at Ethereum, part of me wants to say that, yeah, this could be a head and shoulders. And if we look on the 6-hour, it's probably a little more prevalent. Yeah. You typically want like a as flattened of a neckline as you can get. But you could do you can have an ascending neckline. But with these head and shoulders patterns, you typically like to see it to be as symmetrical as possible, but nothing's perfect. It could be that, or it could be like a bear or a bull flag. you know, and if you look on the daily, does that still show it? Yeah, it does. We do have this left shoulder hump here, but in the end, this is a really long flagpole. And where could this funnel into? Well, it's funny that you ask. We're on the daily. We've lost the 200 moving average. I do not like that the 20 EMA is coming down through the 200, but I do see this funneling to kind of this buy zone around $600, 0.5 fib. Let it bounce at least to 650. Like if you want to be like get out fast, at least to 650 or to the 20 EMA, whichever it comes to first. Do I think Ethereum is going to get to 600? I don't know, but I'm willing to take the trade right there. I am not willing to take the trade right underneath the 200 moving average with the 20 EMA starting to point downwards. Like I'm not willing to take it at 673, but you're damn right I'd be willing to take it at the 0.5 fib, which on what has been a significant bull trend since, like, and we're talking a short-term bull trend since the beginning of April. Yeah, I'd be willing to take it for a bounce on the 0.5 fib and just be patient and wait. These kind of moves, when you wait for them, guys, and they finally trigger, it can get aggressive with how high they bounce. And that's because we have the 50-day moving average right underneath there. Like, that's a good point of confluence. And then not only that, you know, I always tell you guys a flattened Kijun, or Kijun is a 0.5 dynamic resistance of the move, of the current move, or excuse me, support. Gosh. But you have the edge of the daily cloud right below you to try to catch it. So you could sprinkle buys around 600, park it right like 601, like right above that key psychological support number 600, and then, you know, maybe I would put some buys at the near the bottom edge of this cloud here. If it wanted to you know, funnel a little bit, like if we would draw this line from the first wick to the second and look at this as a false breakdown, and then that could funnel, you know, as these things take time, that could funnel price a little bit over to this edge of the daily cloud, like right here. Okay, well then I would sprinkle some buys around 586, 587 as well, 590 maybe on a wick. Then you would expect it to bounce. I mean, because look, it would drop from 828 at that point. You know, that's a 28% drop on the daily, and anywhere near 18 to 23-ish days. That's pretty aggressive, and especially for what had so much buying pressure before. At some point, you know, you would have to expect the buying pressure to come back in. So on Ethereum US dollar, that is what I am looking at. Let's look at Ethereum BTC. I told you guys yesterday, hey, you know what? This wouldn't be a bad area to maybe look at taking a spec short to hedge against your alts, just in case BTC wants to take a shit. And it's right on top of the daily cloud. But we'll take the cloud off so you don't get confused here. This is just like on the USD chart. This is Ethereum versus BTC. So you have Ethereum's price divided by a Bitcoin's price, and then that's your ratio. And then as it goes up, it tells you that Ethereum on the dollar scale is outperforming Bitcoin on the dollar scale. And then you have your ratio here. So Ethereum's been riding this 20 EMA pretty nicely. We have our trend line here. I am going to take this off now. But it looks like the 20 EMA is starting to, I don't want to say lose steam, but just consolidate while price catches up, right? And in the meantime, you don't have like a rising wedge or anything like that, which is really nice. Like no real bearish patterns, but price is starting to roll over a little bit. It's probably just telling us that it wants to consolidate and go sideways. This just bothered me. And you were kind of getting a large ascending triangle as I had before. But you know, you could, I would maybe try to take this again on the 20 EMA with the tight stop on a daily close below, and then try to grab it at the 0.5. But this has been significant. This wick here has been significant resistance for Ethereum Bitcoin. And by significant, I mean short term. Like it closed above and then wicked back below. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 wicks back below. Which just tells you that there's going to be some consolidation probably. So I would be willing to, and look, if it goes from 0.0833, what's the daily cloud tell us? It's right inside of it. Yeah, and then you have your flattened Tenkin right there, maybe down to 0.0782 at that time. That wouldn't be a bad bounce spot, and that would potentially line up with it getting down near that 600 area as well. So that would line up. Where would I take a trade at? I'd probably margin bounce the daily 20 EMA and not stick in it. I'd just get my percentages and get out. It's real easy to get 10 to 15% when you're playing with 5 to 10x leverage if you're patient and you get the right move, guys. Could be a bear market for the year. I really don't think it, man. I really don't think it. I see Laurel and Yanni, so I don't know. On the cursive one, I think there's an audio one. More importantly, do you guys hear Green Needle or Brainstorm? Don't start the URL on Lonnie shit, Jesus. But if we were to fib this current move on Ethereum BTC, and I'll do it to here because with my pattern it tells me this isn't valid, right? Let me put that daily cloud on. The 236 area lines right up with that flattened Tenkin. Obviously the 0.5, no shit, it's right there with the Kijun. And if it falls through here, that would be my next area, right at the bottom edge of the daily cloud. 50 moving average would stagnate. You'd have your flattened Tenkin. You'd have your 200 moving average. Like that's like 4 areas right there. And it's the 0.5 fib, around 0.069. Oh my God, and you have that. Are you kidding me? 69 classic. But yeah, that would be my next area. But until then, I think right on the 236 area, right around like the flattened Tenkin, the 0.07678 area. If it went, right on the 20 EMA, and then that area right there for a bounce as well. So let's look at Litecoin. This is getting busy. Forgive me. The weekly. Litecoin's been around so long that the weekly is now printing a 200 moving average. And like if you look at it, and this volume profile, I looked on multiple exchanges. It's pretty much the same on multiple exchanges. I mean, this was from the previous all-time high when it was got near like 130 or something like that. But it's been overall probably more bull volume than bear volume if you were to add all these candles up. And it's declining. Like if we look on the day, like come on, that's all this drop on this declining ass volume right here. Probably due for a bounce soon, guys. I'm telling you, I really think so. I think we're due for a bounce soon. Where would you get a bounce at? I'll take the cloud off because I know this gets busy for you guys. This trend line to me will pretty much always be valid. Like you could do it here, you could do it here. Understand that it went below for a little while, but it's always respected it. I'd probably be more inclined to go like right around here. No big deal, it doesn't have to be precise like when you're looking at a trend line this long. But you have your horizontal resistance turn support. And then I drew 2 fibs. I drew one from the top of the all-time highs to the swing lows, that's the yellow, and then one for the entire chart. There we go. From the very bottom of the chart to the very top of the chart. Okay, those are my 2, and then I'll delete those and I'll get to the current move. But it told us something, okay? Like you have this of the entire chart, it was just denied at the 0.5 fib, like $186, and it got to 183.50. So we have that there, and then it got above the 236 retrace from the all-time highs to the swing lows, and then just lost it right away. It was denied first try, finally got above, and then lost it right away. But it was just, it's, you know, a localized first try. Like, these things can take time. So if I were to take this off here, and we were to fib the current move, next zone, my next zone to buy would be the 786, $124, $125. 786s typically can go to 382s. Who would be surprised to see it bounce back to 154? Not I said the fly. And you have to manage that, move your stops up, let it do its thing, this and that. And if we were to fib, swing lows, swing highs, I'd probably be more likely to go here because anything else was a false break above, like noticeably. Here we go. It was denied at the 382 of that move. First try at the 0.5 was denied, and then the 382. Okay. And then now the 786 is like right around 129.39, and that's where that bounced. Like, that's not surprising to me. But on the current move, if Bitcoin wants to drop down to 7,800, I think you can get Litecoin $125. I really do, because you have to expect it to go down again. Like 125 for a bounce. And look, guys, like, I'm not trying to call a bull market right now. I'm not. I'm trying to catch bounces. This is what I've always been good at, is catching these bounces. So, you know, you could look to here. Here's your pattern. And if it were to bounce like at 125, that lines right up like the bottom of this trend line right here, just of the current move. But look, here's the thing. You cannot expect, just looking at it, you cannot expect any trend line ever of this magnitude of a drop. Okay, look how steep that is. You can't expect that to continue forever. That's telling me that, you know, Litecoin's probably going to become a good buy soon, for a flip. So don't get all freaked out and shit, because look at this one. It's almost the same thing. I mean, we don't have the daily 200 moving average there. However, we do have fib levels to try to catch it at. But that bounce from, you know, here, not that you would have bought the bottom, but somewhere near it, to near the top, 26.27%, take out 7% from the bottom to the top just to try to give yourself margin to get in. Assuming that you're not like a fucking robot that gets every percent of the market because you're a human, you can get 20% on a bounce easily. I mean, but it looked, I didn't delete that trend line. It looked almost the exact same as like this. Like, okay, first wave down, it bounced. First wave down, it bounced. Continue on. Next one. And could you even call that some sort of a measured move? This is not exact, but you're just looking at the flagpole. Yeah, something like that. So if we were to do that over here and try to plan for it, and this is just inexact, but I'm trying to plan for a quick bounce. Understand that the market moves up and down. I mean, yeah, that could probably take us down to $100. Goodness gracious. Put some buys at 100. I don't think it's going down to 100 right now, but could. Definitely could. What's the weekly tell us? Okay. The weekly has the 50 moving average at 116.63. Put some buys there too. So either way, I think we're close to a bounce, a short-term bounce. I do. All right, let's get going with some questions. Okay, let's get going. I always spend more time on the big caps, on BTC, ETH, LTC, shit like that. Let's get Bitcoin Cash. 1077 is where I'm looking at this. Yep, 618 up to 1373. That's about all you need to know. That's all you need to know. 618, 382. It's really frustrating, man, because if you look at this day chart on Bitcoin Cash, by the way, look at that shit. And then it just died. It just died. What the fuck? It just died, man. And if we look at not the Coinbase chart, we look at the Bitfinex chart. Okay. Yeah. Last time it had sustainable movement above the 20 EMA, got a fucking bull trend out of it. It's ridiculous. This was the very beginning. I don't count any of those data points. And that was not sustainable. So you're thinking, all right, here we go, baby. Let's do it. 20 just pulled above the 200. Things are bouncing. Shit's looking good. Bitcoin Cash is leading the way. Absolutely zero follow through. Zero follow through. And there's a commonality that amongst all of these coins on their daily trends when they go on bull runs, and it's sustainable price action, crazy price action above the 20 EMA on the daily. I mean, name the coin. It's frustrating. I just wanted to cry. For instance, like look at EOS. Look at it above the 20 EMA this whole time. Look at above the 20 EMA. And then it gets there and you're like, what the fuck? We got a good trade on EOS coming up, by the way. So BCH 1077-ish. Litecoin 125 and 115. ETH 600. BTC 7800 to 8200 and 8400. Only because I like to give everybody a room to get out. Let's look at Ripple. Los Cripple. Coming up on the trend line. Yes, I would buy that. $0.57. Don't want to see it lose that 200 moving average though. So if we were to do, goodness. Just sniffing something out, guys. Bear with me here. Close back above. I haven't even fit this yet, so I don't know if that's what we'd be looking at. Man. This trend line. Because if it does that, if it bounces around, I don't know, 55 to 60 cents, then I'm conflicted on this one. If it's a good one to take, you have a left shoulder, you have a head, you have a right shoulder, and a little too aggressive descending neckline, but it's there. Or you ignore this and you have either a rounded W bottom with a high crotch. It's not a real thing, but everybody understands what a crotch is. It's Bart's face. Maybe like a weird ass Adam and Eve, or just like a double bottom, high or low. Play that. Stop on daily close below the trend line. 57-ish, I'd be willing to put a spec buy there, just to see. Because again, if Bitcoin goes down to 7,800, Litecoin goes down to 125 or 115, ETH goes down to like 600-ish, you know, you would see Ripple down there. And do any fibs line up with that? $0.55, 76 to 382, up to 75 cents. I mean, because it can wick below. Hear me, you. It can wick below. So such low volume. These things are dropping on such low volume. But to be fair, they're rising on such low volume too. It could bounce here, and you want to be careful with your risk management, or it could just go and consolidate for fucking 4 months. Woo. Or it could die, which I'd be cool with because it's Ripple. Stop below daily trend line. All right, let's look at Icon. I'm done with Ripple. That's where I'd probably buy. What a disaster! What a disaster! What a sad, shitty state of affairs. So bullish. It was so bullish. It was so bullish. It was so bullish. Oh, so frustrating. You guys know how much I love Icon. That's why I'm upset. Take these last 2 daily candles away. Act like they're not there. Okay? You had essentially what looked like an Adam and Eve bottom with a higher low on the Eve. So a V to a U is the best way to look at it. Or like a cup to like a developing handle. It wouldn't have been exact. I mean, we did get it at 24,000 sats, so I really can't complain. Do I think it's going to go back there? Absolutely not. Like, I'm comfortable holding this because I bought most of my bag at right near 24,000 sats. So there's no big deal. Like I can afford to wait on this one. But it looked like it was ready to go, man. Oh, it hurts so bad. So let's figure out where it's going. Got above the 0.5 fib of the chart. 786 says it's 382. Didn't get there yet. So we'll fib this move, and then we'll make it yellow so we can see it. 0.5 fib. 40,000 sats. Yeah, I could test it again. Or you could hit on this trend line. Probably be near like 39,000 sats. So 40K and 39K for bounce. Thing I don't like about this is look at that. Shit. But the trend line's riding the bottom edge of the daily cloud, guys. I like it. And all this is telling you is that, I mean, look, if you want to play false breakouts to like this point and to the second wick, false breakout, it's still a bull flag. It's just a frustrating mess of false breakouts on that bull flag. Because that's a long flagpole. That'd be a nice bull flag into the trend line. These things take time, man. These things take time. It's got to be patient. You got to buy at key levels. Like, would I buy right down near this zone, 39,000 to 40K sats? You bet your ass. If I was buying more Icon, I'm not allowed to buy any more Icon. I'm not allowed. I bought way too little or something like that. But if I were buying more Icon, 39 and 40K sats would be daddy's happy zone. It sounds so fucking weird. I shouldn't say that. You bet your ass it would be. And then maybe try to play a measured move from that zone. I still think 59,000 sats, yeah, that'd take you right near the 59, like this one, up to this candle right here. It'd take you right there. Makes sense. Or trend-based Fibonacci. $786, 59,000 sats. You look to the 1 extension on this. Be a little bit above what we're looking at, but it really wouldn't. It's still localized between 60. What is that? 60. Okay, so that's a candle high. I'm looking at this candle right here, guys. Looking at this one and this one. That one's like 59. That's like 60. I'm sorry, and that's like 62-ish. It's 63.8. Like right around this zone. It doesn't have to be exact for a measured move. Yeah. But yeah, I'd be sniffing out bounces on this trend line here. And this trend line is a little bit arbitrary. Like, I will call myself out here. But we got to be honest here. Like, drawing this trend line. Let me delete these fibs. Drawing this trend line here, let me delete the volume. It's been low volume. But okay, first off, I have ADHD, so I'm going to bounce from point to point. There's way higher bullish volume on this chart than there is bearish, number one. Okay, but on this trend line, you'd obviously draw it from here, probably to this wick. But my problem with that is that if I draw it to just the next wick, that right there bounced to respect this wick trend line. There's been nothing to respect that. So if this does break, maybe that would hold it. But I have more data saying this is more of a valid bounce, like right there. That this is more of the valid trend line, and this would be a break below. And the reason that I'm cool with that is because this is kind of like a bearish or bullish hammer reversal here, where the market reversed like crazy, like back into what should have been the trend line. Yes, this came after that, but this zone respected that candle more than, and this had a bullish hammer reversal right back into having this trend. So I think you understand what I'm saying. It's arbitrary, but I'm going with what I got here. So, Neo, what do you guys got here? Well, the altcoins go to new all-time high if Bitcoin doesn't establish a proper level, say around 12,000, 15,000. Bitcoin just needs to range. People don't need to be freaked out, you know. It needs to range upwards or be near it. No, I wouldn't sell your ICS and getting cheaper. Goodness gracious. Oh my God, what a mistake that would be. This project is thunder, man. It's thunder. It's going to bring the thunder. All right, let's look at Neo. Real simple. Trend line. Right in their 786 fib. $51 to $52. 786s go to 382s if you want to be super patient with it. You know, and that would still allow us to have a bull trap around $124. Like, if that's what it was ever going to be. And I was looking at this earlier and I was thinking, you know what? This could be an accelerated market cycle. It doesn't have to look exactly like the previous, but if we look at the previous, from the previous all-time highs, like this was what? Last August? It went up to what, $60 or whatever, and then you had your drop. So it's not going to look exact, but from all-time highs to your drop, all-time highs to your drop, and then a bounce, and then a bounce, and then it retraced, and then this retraced a little deeper. But are we getting accelerated market cycles? Like, are we going to see a bounce at $51 to $52, which is like Brinks style move, like back up the Brinks truck? Are we going to see this bounce here, like this version of this, just be more of this, and then it have a nice bounce, either at a 382 or not, right? It would tell us that it would probably go to 382 because this one went much higher than that one. And then you had some more consolidation, but like really quick and then go, and then you have like a way more accelerated market cycle. I'm starting to think on some of these coins, this is what we're getting. Because like if we were to look at EOS, like we had this was a 618 bounce if I were to fit the bottom of the top into a brand new all-time high. Like that shouldn't happen that fast, but it did. So there's precedent. The same with ZRX. It looks the exact same. There's definitely precedent for these accelerated market cycles. So 51 to 52-ish to 124. If you have balls with a Z. Otherwise, a $10 rise right there is almost 20%. Congratulations. But like the thing to do in these times, guys, is not freak out, but just to get super patient and be like, yeah, I'll buy it right there. Let the market sort it out for me. All right, let's look at Triggity Trizon. I need to see this on a 4-hour because I need to see what this localized market. Okay, yeah, it's a bearish pennant, but it is respecting the 200 moving average. Just bullish on the 4-hour. 20 above 50, both above 200. What's the cloud say? Right on the bottom daily edge of the daily cloud and the Kijun. Huh. Or the 4-hour cloud and the Kijun. Very interesting. Inside the daily cloud, we have a green Kumo twist. We can go sideways and get out of here. Take the cloud off. Take these lines off. Right on the 3, right on the daily 20 EMA, 20's above 50. Here's our 200. So first 200-day moving average is printed. Right there. So it's bullish. Price is on the right side of it. We gotten a weekly 20 EMA yet? Yes, and it's above it. I'm sorry for these trend lines. Like, here, guys, this is the current trend line. This is the long-term trend line. And then this line in between, you see I have a little alarm right there. It's going to let me know when price drops below this so I can line up my buys on this trend line. So, like, that's a good thing to do if you want to set alerts for a trend line and make sure to plan your buys and watch it fall into it with delicate hands, if you have delicate hands. That's what I do. I'll draw a trend. I'll like clone the trend line and drag it right above, or just draw a trend line right above it. Put an alert for when it's less than that trend line, and then I'll get a message on my phone. I'll come to the computer, and I'll line up my buys right there and watch it happen in real time. So that's why we have this noisy ass trend line, but I can't delete it because then I would have to delete that alert and send a new one. So bear with me here. I will delete these fibs, and this on the daily will give you a better idea of. So I will make this yellow. All I did was just draw from here to here. I'm a big believer in first to second touches that respected it. So there you go. There's your trend line. You could buy some here. I could. None of this is financial advice, by the way. If I say you, I mean me. I'm talking to me. If you decide to take these trades, that's on you. That's not on me. This and that. Okay. So I could buy some here on trend line or on the 20 EMA. But it's flattened. Or it's 382, not the 0.5. Like, this is almost one of those where I'm expecting with the mainnet release for this to have some more fun to happen here. So I'd buy on the trend line. I'd buy on the 20 EMA. Cycle into buys on the 50 daily moving average. Okay. Like, I'd cycle into buys. So that would average you in from 700 to 825-ish. And give you the move that you're looking for. while you average into it. Like if it drops, I'll just buy more. Like I'll buy a third here, I'll buy a third there, I'll buy a third on the trend line. So this isn't a bad place to buy. 825, right near 790, right above 715-ish, we'll say. Average in for boom, boom. Yeah, Charlie, I do think it will, but I think you want to sell beforehand. Yeah, I think it will, guys. It's bullish. It's a bullish chart. It's holding up much better than other alts. And I still have a big bag of Tron. So I think I think Tron will go crazy going up to the mainnet launch. In a normal market. So if this market wants to be normal, but I probably wouldn't sell. I probably wouldn't hold on to it after it. Too many post mainnet dumps. I mean, look at Aeon. So unless you got it really low and you just want to hold long term, like I have with Icon, that's fine. I got ZRX at the bottom. I got ZRX at the bottom of the chart. I got EOS at the bottom of the chart. I got Augur, REP at the bottom of the chart. I don't have to sell them right now. I could sell them after the next market cycle. That was the bottom, I think, for those coins. I don't have to sell them right now. Okay? I don't have to sell them right now. It's like a G chain, V chain. That got frustrated. All right. Real simple. Simple pimple. Don't need to do more than this. We lost the 20 EMA. It's trying to recover it. We'll see the daily close. That's important. In the meantime, check the daily cloud real quick. Okay. Cool. You could buy this trend line. You could buy the long-term trend line. Okay. The trend line of this move. And all this did, guys, was get denied coming out of this hole. I figured it would. And then it's got to power up and come back again. Yeah, it's lost the 20 EMA, but that's not the be-all, end-all. Look how it respected the 20 EMA last time. But check it out. When it first started, it got above the 20 EMA and lost it, then came back, and look how it respected it the entire bull run. That's what I'm trying to line everything up for, is how it respects that 20 EMA during the bull run. That's why I'm willing to give back some right now. You wonder? When I'm like, buy the 20 EMA on the daily. That's what I'm looking at. I'm fundamentally bullish on this chart. It's not coming out of my ass. Look, we'll make money. That's no issue. That's no issue. But, there's times, like when this shit was going on right here, it was get quick flips and get the hell out, and we took weeks to line up our buys, and they finally triggered at the bottom on these macro fibs. But after you get those aggressive bounces and things start getting above their 20 EMA and 20s above the 50, you still want them both to be above the 200, but some of these coins like VeChain don't have that. You can, and I will tend to get a little more aggressive with my buys on the 20 EMA on the daily to try to catch the boom boom to new all-time highs. I mean, ZRX, or EOS, and ZRX, they both bounced on the 618 macro fib, just like VeChain did, and then went to new all-time highs. This chart looks exactly like EOS's. Okay? It looks exactly like EOS's. Big run up, 618. New all-time highs on EOS. This one hasn't gotten there yet. It's got caught up in Bitcoin's bullshit, and it does have a significant hurdle here on this horizontal resistance with the 236 right above it. Just give it time, let it power up. Trend line of this move, trend line of long term. Enjoy. 50 moving average right in between the two on the daily. Right around those zones. Okay? Trend lines. Let it do its thing. That's where I would buy. Stellar Lumens. Same thing on an icon that I did with the trend line on here. Bullish hammer reversal. And then there's a trend line. You could put this here because it lines up with the 200 moving average pretty much. I would probably say that's the right thing to do, to be honest with you. Because of this wick, actually this would be your trend line. I must have been lazy with how I drew that from here to here. No, this would be your trend line. Excuse. That would technically be your trend line, but no, we'll draw it to this wick because that one respected it. There you go. There's your trend line. I don't know, trend line 200-day moving average. We'll say 200-day MA on a much larger consolidation pattern or consolidation pattern. That's probably how I would draw that. Bing, bong, bang. You know, bing, bong, bang. Very nice. I like. Which the 200-day moving average is pointing up, so as it approaches it, it'll still keep going probably. It might be trying to flatten out, but it didn't even do that on this drop. Yo, go lay down, Jordy. Okay, I'm live for the world to see. Go lay down, buddy. Go lay down. The male woman is not your friend. Can you take a look at Steam? It looks like a good buy short term. I haven't looked at the Steam chart in forever, but I do like the project. And so does China. China called it the second best blockchain. Second best project. Has Steam been on Poloniex or Bittrex longer? I'm gonna say probably Poloniex. Ooh. Hello, Gypsy. Look at that flattened key, June. Catch the price for a bounce. We can go below, but it's respecting it. Look at that bullish hammer. Up to that flattened Tenkin. It's an easy sell run in the 35K sats. If you got it here, not if you get it in the middle. Jesus. Savage. Okay, I need to sniff this chart out. So let me do this so it stops auto scaling. Let me do this. Looks like it would have broken the trend line. Alexa, stop. Nobody talked to you. It didn't break the trend line. Put on that on a false break. And that's actually what I would play here. Because that's clearly a false break above. False break above. False break above. Breakout, retest. Bounce off the retest. That's classic. Yeah, that's how I would play this, to be honest with you. Because that's just a false break above. Because it's important, guys. If this hasn't happened yet, and you would have had, here's why I do that, okay? You have to think of it in that time of when this happened. It peaked, dropped. There's your trend line. Your resistance trend line, right? And then you get all excited as it rides at 20 EMA on the daily. Right back up. Ooh, we got to break out of the trend line. Let's go. Ooh, 20 EMA bounce there to catch it. Woo! Breakout. Oh, shit. Falls through, and then bang. That's how that shows you the market moves in waves, right? Trend line false breakout. 20 EMA catches it for we'll hit the 20 EMA there. And then after it bounced off the 20 EMA right there, I wouldn't tell you to buy the 20 EMA on the daily again. I'd tell you to buy the 50. Look, it bounced the 50. Ooh, false breakout right there. It's going to touch it. Here we go. Bang. Done. Wouldn't touch it again. So long-term market structure, this is what you got. Okay? That's your long-term market structure. If I ever had a chance to buy this trend line again on Steam, I would literally probably sell my father-in-law he's watching this. So, what do? I haven't fibbed it yet, so let's take a look. Should be near the 0.5 fib, we know that. Yeah. Jordy, no more. Go lay down right now. You're embarrassing me. No more. Damn it. I'll walk you after this. Chill. I don't want to spend too much time on this, guys, but I want to show you how I sniff out a chart. Okay? All right, let's break out of that. Yeah, you can pick up some here-ish. Probably not at the 20 EMA. Probably is closer down to 30K sats as you can get. See what happens. Oh my god, my dogs are driving me nuts. Dude, go. Go lay down. Go lay down. Dogs. And here's your trend line of the current move. I would want to fib this bottom to top. That'll be a false breakout, so I'll do it here. Make that blue. It's going to be a mess until you start cleaning it up, right? All right, almost bounced off the 618 fib and the 200-day moving average. Yeah, I think it, I don't know, man. I probably wouldn't buy it here. I don't have anything telling me where to buy it. It'd be a spec buy on the breakout retest. But I didn't get it at 29,000. I'd have to get it at 30 to 31,000. Like, I don't know. 3% for me is a lot to give back on the front end. Even though we're looking for 20, 30, 50%, 500% moves here. I don't know. It's not a bad area to spec buy some. But you have to have your... I'd probably be more likely to try to buy it on this trend line. Did any of those fibs... Let me look on the 4-hour. It's probably bullish on the 4-hour. No, not even close. Yeah, I wouldn't do anything. I might. I mean, this could be your bull flag and you look for a measured move upwards from the bull flag or falling wedge, whichever you'd see. But I'm okay, man. To be honest with you. It looks like a great chart. I just can't find an entry right now that I want to get in on, that I'm comfortable with if I can't get it near 30K. But then, you know, the 200-day moving average is below that. So, and the trend line is too. So I'd probably try to catch it on that trend line, to be honest with you. And if I don't catch it, I don't catch it. Big deal. Find another coin. Let's look at Verge. Oof. Trend line. No, 200-day moving average. Verge is a buy on the 200-day moving average. We're close. $6.10 to $6.15 for a quick flip up to the 20-day EMA. So we'll call it 700 sats, even though it's like 720 right now. Up to 700 sats. Should be easy money. It's actually not bad. Probably that's like 15% profit. ZRX. Hey, this is, I told you guys a while ago, 618 and this horizontal resistance turn support in here is where I am willing to buy this coin again. Still got a bag. Expecting a bounce. We'll call it 138K to 140K. Up to the 20-day EMA, wherever that is, up to 20-day EMA. Let's get EOS. And here's the thing, we need to fib this. Like, we literally caught right here on ZRX, guys. I don't think you understand how good of a fucking move that was. Damn it. The 0.5 fib is right below that 133K. If it gets down there, I don't care. I want to buy it. This is my key. Like, this 618 and this horizontal resistance turn support is my key level I want to buy at. If it wants to go down a little bit more, that's fine. But I know it. You think it's going to go straight down and not bounce back like 160K sats after it just moved to 220 almost? I don't think so. I think this is a safe buy for a bounce. Things don't just go to shit like that, man. They move down, they move up. We going to catch a part of that move. Sell your original investment. Keep a free bag of ZRX. Woo! Or sell your original investment plus 10% to grow your stack while you keep a free bag of ZRX. EOS. Falling wedge into horizontal resistance turn support. Resistance. We're assuming that it's going to turn into support. It'll wick. I think it'll wick down below the 50-day moving average. Two places to grab it. 141K and 136K. At least up to 160K. The 20-day moving average. At least. But I need to find maybe a better target for this. So if I go to the other EOS chart so I don't junk this one up. Okay, so from here, that's the 1. I went to the 2. Okay, no, I don't want that. I want to know where this current move could retrace to. And that's your 0.5 fib. Almost. A little bit below it. Gosh, I wouldn't be in a rush to sell this shit. That's for sure. Because look what it did last bull run. Almost the 50-day moving average and then continue on. But it's still, you see how it, you guys, you see how it respects this 20-day moving average. You understand why I get a little greedy buying 20-day moving averages on bullish setups? You understand why? Every one of these charts will tell you why. Look at Ethereum's last bull run on the 20-day EMA. Look at that. Woo! All the way up. Before that, all the way up, right? So, the money's coming into this market. I'm just letting you know. I know for a fact the money's coming in this market. I heard some shit this past weekend. Money's coming in this market. So convenient that right before all the fiat on-ramps and the regulation and everything, institutional money to enter, that the over-the-counter demand is crazy and the exchanges are dropping on weakening volume. So convenient. Don't think like everybody else, and you won't get the same results everybody else does. Let's go to Cardano. 200-day moving average. Yes. And the current trend line. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Yeah, it can still bounce below and close above. We still have the rest of the day. 29K sats. We'll call it 29. Yeah, 2,900-ish. Much like Verge, this is an easy buy. IMO. Around the 0.5 fib-ish. Close above. Continue on. Sure. Sure. I think it'll go from here. It's a good project. 200-day moving average. I assume first try it'll bounce above because the 50 is right on this trend line right here. You guys can't see it. 50-day moving average. 2,900. Sell at least at 3,100, but I still think I think it's going to continue on. This probably looks like a 4-hour falling wedge. And even if you want to say this is a false breakout, like I'm being dead ass serious here. I don't know. It's not exact, so I'm not going to use it. I still think this is a bounce area, and then this trend line, and then 2,600, then 2,600. It'll bounce. Jesus. Get your dog on the live stream. Big moment for him. Want to see him in his natural habitat? Here, let me drag this up here. Jordy. You guys like my beaver hat? New hat. Here's, hey, Bubs. Very nice. Hey, come here. You're live. Sit. 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 Do you love your daddy? Hi, Bubby. Sit. Hey, come here. What are you, Jordy? What's your favorite coin? Do you love Dogecoin? What, Bubs? Oh, my. Okay, I got you too excited. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, very nice. These are the crypto dogs. Rawr. 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 Get you. Rawr. All right, go lay down. Daddy got you all excited again. Sorry about that, guys. All right, we're good. Captain Double Chin is back on camera. Move this here, and then that's probably the right size for the stream, right? All right. Sorry about that. Raise one ear if you love dog. Very nice dogs. How will you cook them? Hey, don't be an ass. I haven't done Sophia TX yet. All right, let's go to Zcash. Balance space off the 20-day EMA. Maybe on Bitcoin, would I be willing to buy a pullback? But you don't want to get a bag of Zcash, guys. This is a chart that never pumps. I'm just okay, man. I'm okay on this. I mean, look, you could take, I'd probably be more willing to take this as my trend line and see what happens here. Like, no kidding, it's gotten wicked at this point for a reason. That's just ridiculous. That's a stupid pump. I actually sold the top of that pump. I'm not kidding. I could probably pull up my old Bittrex records. I bought it like right around this zone, 0.5. And then I was at training for my corporate job. It's like the last week that I worked there, and I was like, fuck this. And it pumped like crazy. I was sitting in my hotel room. I was like, oh my God, why is Zcash at 0.1? That's sort of like 0.95 or something. That was a good one. That was a fun one. And then it died. And then it pumps and it dies. And it pumps and it dies. That's what Zcash does. I'm not willing to buy this coin. I'm sorry. Not happening. Even though it's going to be on Gemini and it's in it's a Berry coin and it's in his investment trust and all that shit, I'm good. I'm good. I'm okay. You should be too. Learn your lesson before you have to learn it the hard way. Do I think it'll cross 400 again? Yeah. I'm just not buying it here. I use OBS. Yikshamash. Zcash. No, bro. That's my... It's like, Michael, man, there's some coins you got to be careful with, you know? Zcash is one of them. It's got like a 20% founders reward. 20% of the coins go to the founders. That's fucking crazy. Like, I like Zcoin XZC way better because it's a Zcoin fork or duplication, but it's got masternodes. It's got fucking masternodes. It's got a phenomenal dev team. Doesn't have the stupid founders reward that Zcash has. and it's got great backing. Like, why buy Zcash when you can buy Zcoin? It just doesn't make sense to me. Same tech, just without the bullshit. Like, I do not understand why Zcash is going to be on Gemini. It's like, it's a shit coin in my opinion. That Founders Reward is inexcusable. You do not need 20% of the entire coin supply for marketing. They're just getting rich because they're first ones in. It's such bullshit. I'm gonna go to Syscoin. I believe it's been on Polo for the longest. Yeah, okay. Let's see. This is a Masternode coin too. Which means it's proof of work. Which means it's probably not security. Let's go to the weekly. So we've had a couple market cycles in this, right? And I want to be careful that this pump to this bull trap is not this pump to this bull trap. Okay, so I want to see if there's confluence and where they retrace to. So I'm going to market cycle fib both of them. I'm going to go from the bottom to the top of this market cycle. It was the first candle up with a huge wick, okay? So I'm not going to fib this one or this one. I'm going to fib up here. I want to see, okay, that's the 786. Now, where did this one retrace to? Probably the 886. This would be the one, and that would be a false break above. The 786. Probably with some respect to the 886, I'd guess. Correct. Correct. One touch and gone. But tons of price action and a real reversal around the 786. Okay, so that's confluence. All right, let's draw our trend lines. Technically, it could be here. I'm just going to do it to here. Long-term trend line, mid-term trend line. Maybe even this is the mid-term trend line. That was again, that was a false break below. One break and a close above. Okay. 3-day, 200-day moving average right above that. And then if I were to fib just this current move, I'd do it here to be honest, but let's just do it up here because it's close enough. That would line up with it taking a couple days to get down to this 618 and this trend line and this 200-day, 3-day moving average. 30, I'll say 3,900 sats. To below 5K sats. From here, 618 to 382. If you want a quick, if it's a quick flip, okay. If it's not a long hold for you, long hold would stop me out on a daily close below this trend line, and then I'd probably try to catch it at the 618 of the current move or the 786, 2835. After that, but I'm only comfortable taking this for a quick flip until we have better market conditions. It's a good coin though, and you can see long term the dips are getting bought up, so it's not a terrible coin to enter. This is just at the upper range of the entire chart. But one thing that I do like with this is take this fib off. We know that's the 0.5 fib that it just bounced off of. Previous resistance turn support is right at the 0.5 fib. All right, and that is at 4,200. But I'd be willing to buy more along this 200-day moving average or this trend line, like in this horizontal support area right there. I'd be more willing to buy like in between that zone. Get discounts on everything, guys. QSP pumping. Oh, I almost called it to you guys yesterday too. Oh, it hurt so bad. I almost called to you guys. I got caught up in the airport and forgot about it. And then I think It pumped a little bit yesterday, and I was like, oh, fuck. Yeah. Yep. Right here on the daily 220 EMA yesterday. Oh, so pissed. I felt so bad. I was like, oh, no. I think my flight got delayed or something, or maybe that was when it was canceled. I was looking at it, and I was going, this is nice. And then some shit happened with my flight for the 370th time yesterday, and I didn't call it out to you guys, and I forgot about it. And then look, it'd be up 20% right now. I'm a fucking asshole. I need to do better. I'm sorry. All right, let's look at, you don't buy it right here, that's for sure. Little volume moving average breakout. It's not bad. But you don't buy it right here. All right, let's look at Strat. We bought at 66K sats. Because I know we had a quick flip on Strat too. You should have been able to get out of break even yesterday. But Key June, bottom area of the daily cloud, 0.5 fib of the current move. We know that. And then I believe the 786 of the entire chart is ahead as our target. But yeah, you buy this back around 66 to 67,000 sats. I think it'll be fine before it continues on. It's just a retest of this zone right here. Breakout, retest. I think it'll go 67K-ish. To 103K sats. That's the move I'm looking at for this. Measured move, edge to edge, tons of fib confluence, breakout retest. Like, yeah, I'm willing to do that. Yeah, I got 9 to 200 day moving average. I'll just buy it again down there. I think it's going to do it. Strat's a good project, man. It gets lost up in all these new age platforms and shit like that, but it's a very dedicated project. Oh. Cash, what are you doing? I still think it'll recover this trend line. I do. I think it'll recover this trend line. Bounce at the 786. Your target would be a 382. Still 12,400 sats, guys. I really believe it. Or maybe at the top of this daily cloud. I don't know. I probably wouldn't enter any here. Just let it do its thing. But it wants to respect this support zone. Let me delete this fib right here so you guys can see and take that she might be cut off. It wants to support this zone here. I just keep buying it when you can get it down near the zone, I guess. For a quick flip, or to hold, I don't know. You could quick flip to have a long-term hold, sell your initial position, and then hold the profit for a long term. That's the best way to do it, in my opinion, if you can be patient, if you don't need the money right now. But I'd say probably like 6,400 sats for quick flip, at least. Or you could try to get up to 12,459-ish. But I love cash, and I have a long-term bag of it that I don't even care what the price is right now because I've averaged into it, and I'm just going to let it do its thing. But I think cash is going to go to the moon. It's such a good project. Let's look at Civic. I don't care about the moving averages. This is where I'd buy Civic. 3,500 sats. Right around there. Let it do its thing. Stop on a daily close below the trend line. Ooh, bounce on the breakout retest of Sophia TX. You don't fucking say. I hate Koenigi so much. RSI does not need to be that big on any window. Okay, OCN. Fuck this coin. The David Goldstein coin. I would do 193 sats entry. Because you have this peak and this peak as your resistance turn support. Around there. 190, we'll call it 195 just to get in. Say bounce up to 20-day EMA. Okay. KMD, the move. Probably have a big bag of KMD, huh? Be honest. Be honest with me. I just keep buying it here, to be honest. Like, KMD be like 31K sats. Just let it do its thing. Sell it to 200-day moving average again. It's like a clear accumulation zone right here. Has any great volume gone into it? No. The problem with all these coins, there's no new money coming in the market yet. All right, lend. Ugh. Buy here, stop on a daily close below 700 sats. Buy below 710, stop, daily close below 700. Not just a stop below 700, but a daily close. Yeah, there's your trend line. Yeah, this is a buy right now. Is it oversold on the 4 hour? It's the all-time highs. This is a buy. Ooh. Ooh. It's false break above right here. 618. Man. I don't know anything about this coin though. Has there been any whale? Okay. That's nice volume. It's whale accumulation suppressing the price. Yeah, I'd probably buy this. 1560. We'll call it 1565 sats. Target 2000 sats. 618 to 382 move. You didn't get the 618, but you can try to grab this on the 50-day moving average for a move above. It's like a DB. I want to see if it's on any other exchanges. It's only on Binance. Okay. I want to know what this project is actually. For it to have a macro bounce to the 618, that's fucking super bullish. Compared to when everything else to this 1 billion max coin supply, 100 million market cap. What markets is it on? Binance and a bunch of fucking weird ones. KuCoin. Okay. Oh, another Russian project. What the fuck? He founded Engine in 2008 and hasn't worked anywhere else? No endorsements. Hasn't worked anywhere else. Puts his fucking LinkedIn up. It looks like shit. This guy's a fucking lead developer, but he has a criminal justice degree. What? No endorsements. Florida Gulf Coast. I have buddies that went to Florida Gulf Coast. When did you graduate? "2015. So he's like fucking 22 years old, 24 years old. These fucking guys suck. What's this guy? 13? He's from Krasnoyarsk territory, Russian Federation. Okay, now it looks like he has a bachelor's and a master's of computational applied mathematics. Okay, that's good. I can't verify that he does though. And Lilia Pritchard, marketing, not available. What the fuck? Really? Raised 30, oh my gosh, they raised fucking 40K ETH almost. Minecraft plugin. Didn't Digibyte have that? All right, so this is 2017. Where are we at now? Arc plugin, is that like Arc the project? Yeah, okay, so it's, and we're right here right now. Have they met their promises? How much of this have they met? War of Crypto? Yeah, man. Sorry about that, but I'm fucking cool on that. No thanks. Long term. I'd sell it for 2,000 sats though. An A-chain pump? Yeah, you need to know how to scope out a project, guys. I just showed you some beginner's tools. Why is A-chain not on my favorite coins? I don't know if you'd say it pumped. All right. DBC. Nice bullish volume. Buy here on the 20-day EMA. The pink one's actually the 50 on here, but buy on the 20-day EMA. Oh, this isn't even 20. I'm sorry. Here we go. Oh my god, I hate Coinage so much. All right. Nah, I'm good on this. I need to see more price action. I'd be willing to buy it around 900 sats. All right. ONT. Yeah, trend line, horizontal support, right above the 50-day moving average. We'll call it 72.5 and track this trend line-ish for bounce. Up to at least, figure by then, 20-day EMA would probably be closer to 80K sats. Free bag! And your flattened keygens right there too. Yeah, that's probably a good bounce zone, to be honest with you. All right, I want to look at WON. Okay, because we bought this area right here. 70K sats-ish. And I think it'll be good for a move up to like 79K. This is actually still a buy zone. Okay. We got a few more coins left. Walton Chain. Where you at? Ugh. 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 No bueno, senor. Yeah, I'm okay on that. Yeah, I'm okay on that. That's full bearish. No thanks. Nothing to do here. You can go sideways for a little bit, but I need to see a shit ton of things. That's just a straight up no-go. Waves. This is a go. Kind of. Looks good. China didn't seem to like this project too much. It was one of their worst weighted. I think it was their worst weighted graded project. But like this could be our new consolidation pattern. Maybe just buy on this trend line, guys. To be honest with you, if you can. I don't know. Or buy on a breakout, but like, I'd take your little profits and get out when you can and just see what happens. I'm not like crazy. This is right in the middle of a big consolidation pattern. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? This isn't the area to be buying, in my opinion. Aeon. 886, man. 29K sats. I think I told you guys. 29.6. Ish. But yeah. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh, so much. That was my shitty language. We do have a bull div on the daily. No, we don't. It's a little. Let's delete this. Okay, that's a little bit higher. No, we don't. Maybe 29.6 for a bounce up to 37K if you want to get lucky, but I'd say closer to 35K. Or maybe to the top of this trend line would probably be the better support or resistance. I just wouldn't take a trade here. I'm just gonna say no. No. Waves is a no. Poe is a no. Except for at 382 sats. 786 fib, current move. I would take that trade. Lux, oof. Ugh. Ugh. Wow. How far have the mighty fallen? I'd do 74K on this one. There's a couple reasons why. 76 of this move. And right there, baby. Oh, whoops. No. It already bounced there. So, yeah. I'm not going to do 74K sats. You could, actually. I probably wouldn't buy any more of this one for now. What a disappointment. God. Fucking ascending triangle. Over the 20 EMA on the daily. Everything was good. John McAfee. And it went to shit. I'm still holding it. I'm not going to sell the bottom. Only noobs chase this pump, just letting you know. Don't be a noob. Matter of fact, I'm going to draw my fib to right here. Yeah, and look how price respects it on the 786, 618.5. There's your cue that this was the right way to draw that fib. I want to buy this chart. But it ain't in daddy's sweet spot. You know what I'm saying? 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 20 to EMA definitely would have been a buy here. but we missed it. So I would buy this trend line if I were looking to get in. Maybe 36K sats. It's 0.5 fib, but as it extends closer out here and you assume price would go sideways, you might be able to catch it near this trend line there. Or it could take off, and that would be awesome. You could buy a pullback to the, like the 12-hour 20 EMA or something like that. But I can't buy it right here. No. Not yet. Let's look at Origin Trail. Track. What's Track doing? Is it still going psycho? No. 2 spots. 3,000 sats. 27.5. 27.50. 2 spots. 3K and 2,750. It's good volume. Yeah, I'd buy this 20-day EMA right around 3,000 sats and just hold it. Do we do power bottom yet? Do you want a power bottom? No. Nulls? Right here, baby. 45.5 for a bounce. Already charted nulls and everything before you asked. Yeah, please help my Lux too. TNB, Time New Bank. On the 50-day moving average in this trend line, and I just do it from, we'll draw a little better. It'll be from this wick. There you go. Yeah, so like 530 to 535 and 520 to 530-ish. It would be a buy for a bounce. If you can. It's right in between though. I don't know. I'm just not comfortable buying that. Oh, let's look at Binby. And it's gone. It's gonna have to close above this line. I bet you it doesn't. Get on the trend line. If it does, well, we will buy a pullback. I will line up a pullback on the 4-hour. Bitcoin bounced. Very nice. Doesn't mean it's done and it's not going to 7,800, guys. If it doesn't, that'd be fucking great. Our alts will bounce like crazy. I just know that that's where I'm willing to take this trade. But there is something interesting here. And this would probably line up with it bouncing near 7,800. See that? That long-term trend line on RSI? Yeah. 7,800. How's them Litecoin shorts going, boys? Oh, it's going good. There you go. Should be out now. It's at the bottom of that trend line, I believe. It wasn't bad. It was 2%, 3% times 5 to 10x leverage, 15 to 30% short. Yes! Very nice! ENG, Enigma. How many people are still here? 26. Wow, you guys are powerful people. As far as I'm concerned, this is my trend line. I would buy near 24K sats for a bounce to 36,800. But I would also make sure that I get in at 26.5 as well. Between 26.3 to 26.5 on the 50-day moving average. Okay? So, for a bounce. I would do more near 23,000 than I would 26.3 to 26.5. GBT, 177,000 sats. Up to 270,000 sats. You're welcome. You are welcome on that one, by the way. Yes! I'd get my first portion out near 220K sats first. Get some out around the 0.5 fib. That's easy money right there, to be honest with you. Just got to be aware that long term it will want to come back to this zone eventually. Then I'm gonna get cycle bottom. You can bet your ass. Make sure you don't forget about them 100K, 110K sat buys. Mark this down in your journal or something. As a matter of fact, I will make an alert. Great. There you go. I can get that alert sometime in 2020 maybe. For power, I said not right now. I'd be willing to buy it near 4,500 sats, near the trend line. All right, it's been a long time. How long have we been going? I don't know. Over 2 hours. Told you guys it'd be a comprehensive power stream. I love you. I'm gonna get running, I guess. It's fun. Nothing else. Oh, Malakataka wanted SRN. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Excuse my language. Of course it's on KuCoin. No. Yeah, sorry about that, bud. Don't fucking buy that. Under no circumstance do you buy that. Unless you want to buy it here with the stop below 4,200 sats. Maybe. Yeah, I'll be on Friday. I'll be on Saturday. Or I'll be on Saturday, Sunday. And I'll still be in the private group in the Telegram. But I'm gonna be working a lot. So I'll be around if you guys have anything. Follow me on Twitter. Join my Telegram if you're not in it. It's on my Twitter. And hang in there. Hang in there. It's been rough on the whole market, okay? Do you understand me, Gypsy? It's been rough on the whole market. And then the private group, guys, for June, it's going to be coming available in the next few days. The current private group members will have first access for a couple days, and then I'll announce it. I will announce it in the Telegram in a couple days for the Telegram to join if they want to for June. We haven't been run over by a truck this month. We've had good trades. We've had a couple that weren't good, but we have had some good trades, and the market's been bad. So, but we're still making money, so don't worry about it. The big thing that some people didn't understand, is you have to manage your trades. I'll give you entries and stuff, but you have to manage them. You have to have risk management. You have to, I'll help you get entries, right? And I'll be there to answer questions and stuff, but you have to, you got to grow as a trader as well. It's not just a signal service. So, I think the market's going to turn up here soon. I just do, and we'll be along to catch the ride. That's for freaking sure. So, what a great community we have in there. Seriously, we have got a phenomenal community in there. I love you guys. I love it very much. And we have a pet Bart in there too. If you don't know anything about Bart, we got a pet Bart in there, and he is a wild boy. He is a wild boy. So, yeah. If you guys have any questions, Telegram me, Twitter me. Michael, I'll announce that here soon. So last month was one Litecoin. Just depends on what the price of Litecoin is. So, all right, guys, and we don't. I mean, we do cut it off. I don't let it just whoever wants to join doesn't get to join. I've had to turn down quite a few people after we filled up. Like, sorry, man, next month is coming up. So, all right, guys, I got mad love for you all. Stay profitable. Keep growing as a trader. And stay in the game. Protect the capital. It's everything in this game. So, I buy pullbacks, Myron. I typically buy pullbacks for quick flips, for 24-hour or less quick flips. Yeah, but here's the thing with the quick flip is you buy a key level and then it might take more than 24 hours, right? Like I can't hit the accelerator and let the trade play out right away. The market decides. However, you buy these key levels that you think they're going to bounce at, and you're very patient with it, and you don't buy the big green candles, you buy the pullbacks, and I help you guys with that. And then, if you want to get your 7 to 10% and get out, awesome. If you want to try to hold for more, awesome. Just stay profitable and have stop levels so that you don't lose your ass, And if it moves against you and you want to get out of break even and get out a little too soon, do it. There's no problem with that. But stay profitable and just learn as you go. Like, I'll help you with that. So, yeah, I'm going to jump off now, guys. Stay profitable. I love you. Have a good weekend. Peace. I won't crush Bart.